White guilt.
Let's talk about it. And I think getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, and again, most of the time, white people, we don't know what it feels like to be a minority.
Right.
But sometimes if we put ourselves in situations where, like, when I first moved to LA and I moved to Canoga Park, and there was a lot of brown and black people.
Yep.
And a few white people. And it was just like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. I had no idea this is how people could feel, because I never felt that before, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what my point is with that.
We're old.
Because we're
also,
old and we're drinking.
We don't know how many of these we filmed first.
But that, I don't know. But the other thing I was going to say is, like, sometimes because of Joey, and it's on purpose, like, I want to be around a lot more black people because it is important. Sometimes I feel uncomfortable, not because I'm around black people and I don't trust them, it's because I don't trust what I'm going to say. Like, will they judge me? Because I'm a white woman, I might say something stupid. Yep. I say stupid things anyways.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen.
So, but then just like, but that is a sacrifice I make, one, to be a better person and to be a better mom. Yeah. Like, just, it's okay to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And to recognize that, wow, other people must have felt like this.
Right.
In other situations, and like, not that I'm like, again, I don't. Now you're gonna say, oh, you have no idea what it's. I'm not saying I know what it's like. I'm not saying I know what it's like. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, I guess it just
slavery.
broadens.
I was the only white person in Walmart once.
Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, the more situations you put yourself in that are different, that are all inclusive, that are diverse, like, it just opens up your brain to new experiences.
Yes.
And not all of them feel fabulous, but that is okay. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yes, I think that's exactly right. Some of them will not feel fabulous at all.
Right.
And I think you're absolutely right. You just have to sort of sit in it and deal with it for a little bit. And, none of us really want to do that, but it's important.
I think for me, like, the fear of, not the judging of other people, but the fear of being judged.
Yes.
All the time, as a white mother to a black child, I am in constant fear of being judged.
Yeah, so, again, my white godson, there were times, so he would come and stay with me every summer. Not the whole summer, a week, so. Oh, boy, the sacrifice that I make as a parent. Oh, boy. Just once a week for a year, I have to take care of this kid. It's just, I'm a saint.
Mm-hmm.
But, yes, there was those times that were happening where we would go off to dinner, and when he was 18, no big deal.
Right.
But, like, when he was 12, or, I'm trying to remember how early it was that I would take care of him, but, he's 9 or 10.
Right.
I would feel a certain way when I just walking hand in hand with this little kid going someplace, like, does anyone think I'm kidnapping this kid, right? And so I dress as well as I can, like, there's no sweatpants and hoodie when I take my godson out anywhere. Like, it is always this effort to appear. It's a real thing. I don't know, I mean, it's probably similar, but you probably don't have to worry as much about that.
No, we do, actually.
Yeah?
We have, because our son has mental health issues, there's huge meltdowns in public, and the cops have been called on us many times, and I don't blame them, because it could look like we're like, we have this child who's throwing a huge tantrum and we're shoving him in the car and taking him. I don't fault. I would rather people make the wrong mistake about that, because, but it happens more than you would think. Josh had to prove to some white woman that Joey was his son at a thing like 2 months ago, traveling, because Joey was flipping out, and Josh was trying to get him to a safe place. And we don't look like our son, so we're, and so a woman would not let Josh leave until Joey said, like, no, he's my dad. Right. And Joey's slowly starting to get that, but no, we've had the cops called on us several times.
Oh, jeez.
So it's a whole other.
And you're right, though. In your head, you're like, oh, it's better that they do than just let us not. But also, we're trying to. This is a terrible thing's happening right now. We're trying to get to a safe space, so I imagine the moment that totally blows.
Yeah, it's and then the opposite, like my friend who's in LA, she's half black. She's married to a white man, and her kids look pretty white. Yeah. Well, her daughter, but her son looks pretty white,
yeah.
and people think she's either the nanny or not, you know, like there's that whole flip side of it.
I wonder how long we're gonna have to go before that's like that's an assumption that we get to start making.
Yeah.
Like now it doesn't matter. There's a person with their kid. No, they're good. That's their kid. Like where we're just like, oh, but that's their kid, and then we just go on about it.
Well, I would hear there was sometimes when I was with Joey traveling by myself, I would hear, and it was white people like talking about, do you think her husband's black? And it wasn't. It was just curiosity.
It's just curiosity.
And they would say it in front of Joey, so I was like, whatever. And if I was around, I'd be like, adopted. Whatever. Just so you know. But like, there's always that curiosity because it's like this weird thing, and I do think it is less now, but
and is a curiosity bad, right? So it's probably not, but it's fucking annoying, right? But and maybe it would be cool, I don't know,
right,
if they just walked up and asked, like if they were like,
well,
hey.
Kids will do that.
Kids
will say, what, you're his mom?
Kids will ask anything.
And the only thing, like, I don't mind it, I just worry about Joey, like whether that bothers him or not.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
but it is what it is.
Right. I mean, kids can be out too.
Yes. Well,
I don't know. Kids are.
This is what we've discovered in its hours of
that's
chatting.
Great. That's nice.
Racism, I don't know, but kids.
Can't solve the race thing, but we solved that kid thing pretty fast.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what else we got?
So the polite for me will go out the door, I think, if I feel like someone is being racist to my child or about the mixed race adoption.